Hello, this is Eric here. This is the closeout video for the project Reinventing Voting with Digital Identity, Trust and Anonymity. The budget of the project was 176,500 ADA. It started midsummer 2024 and we're ending now 1 year and a few weeks later. The various stages have been delivered according to plan mostly, but at the beginning we lost kind of 1 month and it carried us to this stage. The project was entered into the Cardano Open developers, so it's fully open source. Then in terms of milestone, I had set the first one to review the design and try to do small proof of concept where necessary, because I knew that there would be quite some uncertainties. I knew I wanted to use Identus, but to which extent was quite of a question. So I spent the first milestone basically redesigning the full solution and having a kind of an idea where we would have cloud backend to deal with all the creation of ballots. Users will access through a web app, and there will be also a browser extension for managing the DIDs and generating digital identity and verifiable credentials. All of this connected to Identus and storing information on the Cardano blockchain. And then there will be a voting DApp to do this. In the end, we got a far simplified solution where the web app and the browser extension were completely merged. The app was removed, and we use extensively Identus and verifiable credentials, and we store information directly on the Cardano blockchain. But it took quite a lot of proof of concept and checks and development to go from the initial idea to the final result. Right, now I will heavily speed up the demo to keep within the timing and tell you about what's been developed. So here, when you go in the app, first you're going to create your digital identity. You're going to create a new wallet for your digital identity. A verifiable credential has been generated for proving your ownership of the wallet. When the first wallet is authorized, then you can see your digital identity. You can then change your access level from voter to admin, which will allow you to create ballots. In the ballots, you can create questions and fill up various information, and then you will be able to publish the ballot. At publication time, you can choose which kind of proof you want the user to show for participating into the ballot. You can also define a period for registration and a period for voting. Once this is done, the ballot is published. In the votes page, voters can see all ballots that are open for registration. They can provide their proof to request a certificate for being allowed to vote into the ballot. Once the certificate is issued, you have to wait for the opening time of the voting period, and then you just can vote. Once you have voted, you will be issued a proof of vote, and then when the voting is closed, the admin will be able to see all the results. Finally, a proof of tally is generated for the ballot itself to prove that the votes have been counted at the end of the period. All the information about the project are on this GitHub repo in Quebec, what we did. You can also find a closeout report, which describes basically all the KPIs, achievements, and learnings that were done for this project. A quick note that this project at the moment is still on testnet, but I would really like to discuss with anybody who is interested in this project to try to see how we can move it to prod together. If you're interested, you can also find more than 1 hour of video, which will go through everything I went through, from design, choice of solutions, implementations, backend, browser extension, web app, Identus connections, and storing information on chain. Thank you very much. Thank you for everything.